They say Animal Crossing is a peaceful game, but buried in the code is a midnight visitor Nintendo never admitted existed. At 12 a.m., he knocks on your door. If you answer, your screen freezes, and when it comes back, your island is empty. All of your villagers are gone. You're alone. But this isn't just a glitch. It feels like a ritual written in code. A digital presence that shouldn't be there, yet waits for you. Waited for me. If you stay in your house during the day, you'll find strange footprints in the snow leading up to your front door. Footprints that shouldn't be there because no one's supposed to be out at night. No one except him. As the sun sets, the whole island changes. The trees become distorted. The ground is covered in unnatural geometric shapes, and the mountains in the distance seem to come alive with an eerie green glow. It feels like I'm being watched, like something is calculating my every move. And then as the clock strikes 12, the true horror begins. As I approach the door, my hands shaking, I knew I shouldn't open it. But what choice did I have? I had to know what was out there. What was on the other side of that door? When I finally got the courage to turn the knob and step outside, the world froze. The wind stopped howling. The trees stopped swaying. Even the fireflies hovering around me seemed to vanish into thin air. My heart pounding in my chest, I turned to run back inside, but it was too late. The screen faded to black and a single white shape filled my vision. I don't want to sound dramatic, but it really felt like my soul was being sucked into the abyss. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. I thrashed wildly, but it was no use. I was trapped. Then, just as suddenly as it began, it was over. The screen flashed once, twice, 3 times, and then everything went black. I found myself back in my bed, the morning sun streaming in through the window. Had it all been a dream? Was I really safe? I rushed to my phone to check the time. 7 a.m. I had less than an hour to get ready for my shift at the museum. I needed to calm down, shake off the lingering fear, and focus on my work. As I began dusting off the exhibits, my mind couldn't help but wander back to the unsettling events of the previous night. What was that creature lurking outside my door? And why did it vanish when I turned on the lights? As the hours passed, more visitors arrived at the museum, each one bringing their own stories and laughter, and slowly but surely, the unsettling feeling from the night before began to fade. Maybe it had all been just a bad dream. Then, just as I was about to leave, I saw it. A small, intricately carved wooden box, tucked away on a shelf. It was unlike anything I'd seen before, so I carefully lifted it down and opened it. Inside, nestled on a bed of velvet, was a single key. It was old, tarnished, and seemed to hum with an otherworldly energy. Curiosity overwhelming me, I slipped the key into my pocket and hurried home. As I neared my house, the shadows grew longer and the familiar creepiness started to return. Was it just my imagination, or was the key somehow responsible for this eerie atmosphere? When I reached my door, I hesitated. Should I open it? What if whatever was out there wasn't friendly? But the pull of the unknown was too strong to resist. With trembling hands, I inserted the key and pushed the door open. And that's when I saw them. Hundreds of identical white boxes scattered across the floor, each one humming faintly. And then I noticed the faint scratching sounds coming from inside. I could hear them. So what will you do? Will you answer the door, or will you hide until morning? And here are the screenshots players swore were deleted. What do they all have in common? Comment below.